running, there are a lot of things that we all do, and we do it because the other guys do it, and there's no logic to it. Like a lot of stretches that people do before the runs makes no sense. What we'll do today is just explaining you very basic things, how to do them, how to do simple things, keep them simple, and it'll make a lot of sense to you soon enough, okay? Anything you do in running needs to make sense to you. That's the whole idea. So besides the ankles, hips are the other ones that are very stiff for most of us, okay? So when we run, hips, the knees and the ankles, so these three joints, they need to work in sync. If your hips are not moving well enough, if that movement isn't there, there's an issue, okay? There's an injury waiting to happen and you're not performing as well as you should, okay? So there's an issue there. So three exercises I'll just take you through for hips. Please start doing them on a regular basis. So yeah, what you're doing is, so just lying here, and what I'm doing is just getting the hip to be mobilized a little. Just that, so you're just moving it back and forth. Now, the thing is, if you're in the range where it's easy, that's not doing much. Where it's a little stiffer is where you're getting some benefit. Okay, so you're just pushing a little harder, going into where it's a little stiff. Okay. After having done this for 10 times, okay, now what I want you to do is, you're pushing down, you're pushing into that into that tight area, and hold it for 10 seconds, okay? You keep pushing it. You shouldn't be in a very painful zone, just a little bit, okay? And off again. Just same again, you push for 10 seconds, okay? Keep pushing. As I said, you'll feel a little bit of stretch, a little bit of a discomfort if it were. Totally fine, don't do it too hard, don't push it too hard. Okay, 10 seconds again and relax again. And you'll already notice by the third rep, it's feeling easier to go pushing that way. Okay, so keep pushing. And ideally, you should be having your head rested. Okay, that's it. Awesome. So it feels easier. Having just done 3 reps, it's easier doing it this way. Same again. Here, first 10 times, just mobilizing it like that. And as I said, there's no point moving it here because already we have that mobility. Push it where the stiffness is. Okay, so 10 times just dynamically like that. Alright, and then you're just pushing a little harder. So if you notice, there's a range of motion, there's difference between left and right. For me, it's easier on the left. And now I'm pushing a little harder for 10 seconds. And off. And now I can go further. So the second rep, it feels a little easier to push. Again for 10 seconds. And off. And same again. Alright. So I'm doing a little quicker, but take your time, do the 10 seconds as I'm saying. Do that. And relax. Okay, the next one. Primarily a piriformis, but other muscles are involved as well of the hip area. So what you're doing there, you first, okay, so here you take one leg over the other one, and now you're taking that opposite leg, the right leg, out like that, okay? And now you're taking this knee to the opposite shoulder. So the left knee to the right shoulder. So you're pulling it like that, okay? So initially just do the first one, like a dynamic thing, like 10 times. Alright, so it'll feel like a stretch around here. Okay? And after you've done it like 10 odd times, now you're just pulling it, you're holding it for 10 seconds. Okay. And relax. When you do it the next time, it'll be a little easier to do it, so your range will be better now. Okay, and one last time. Great. Let's try the other side as well. Like here, and you take it out as much as you can. And again to the opposite shoulder. Now this time the right knee to the left shoulder. Like that. Again, as I said, dynamic first. So just mobilizing, just going into that painful, stiff area a little bit. Okay. And after you've done it like 10 odd times, now you're putting it here. As I said, have your head rested. Okay, I'm not doing it, but you have your head rested while you're doing this. Okay, relax. Pull again, pull. And relax. And once more. That was the piriformis. Now the third one then. In this one, you're just keeping almost like a namaste position with your feet, and what you're doing is you're holding your feet with both your hands and you're using your elbows to push your legs down, and again dynamic first, so you're just moving it up and down like that. Okay, so there's no point doing it higher up here because there's no stiffness really. So the lower region is where the stiffness is, so it's more important you go pushing it down a little bit. One trick could be you could be pulling your heels towards your butt a little bit more. Okay, so it'll become a little bit more difficult if you're doing that. And first 10 times, easy, just gently, like a butterfly thing, you're just moving your hips up and down like that. Now after you've done that, try pushing with your elbows, as I said, your legs down as far as you comfortably can. Of course there'll be some discomfort, but don't overdo it either, right? And you're just holding it for 10 seconds, you're pushing down, 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 and you relax again, and repeat again into that area where there's discomfort, it feels stiffer, you just push, push, push. Okay, and relax and repeat. So when you're getting into that stretch position, don't do it suddenly, gradually get into it. Okay, and again you're holding it for 10 seconds or so and relax. Alright, so those are the three for the hips that I want people, in the very beginning to just get started. Doesn't matter, do some range at least. So at least let's get them moving a little bit.